Welcome back to the Quiksilver Pro. It's time for the semi-final. Everyone's been dying to see John Florence taking on Gabriel Medina. Quite a rivalry building between these two competitors, and we can't wait to watch the fight unfold, and two of them coming here in France. Well, we're getting close to a restart here, but John Florence is up just under the 21-minute mark. He crushes that first section and throws a big air out onto the flats. And but John Florence's performance has gone to another level this year. He's in the barrel at the moment.
Good air.
And out on the open face. Sebastian Zeeb's waiting to see who he's going to take on. John can't complete that air. He's been so solid with his strike rate throughout this contest, attempting those finishing moves.
Instead, we're still pretty even. This is the first wave. Nice snap. And he's been able to do that time and time again. And then this, you know, we talked about how easy it is for him to land out in the flats. This time, see what goes wrong. He lands. I mean, everything looked okay.
Just didn't get the tail poking into the water like he had in his heat against Mick Fanning.
Well, it softens the landing, that's for sure. That one was a little bit more all board. And then the quick barrel. And that, talk about Aokai Beach Park, that's a perfect little example of that type of wave. Generally, we see him pull those moves off, but look at how he gets underneath and he's bottom turning in the barrel. He's got such a great read. That's why he is the best tube rider, one of the best tube riders in the world. And then the alley-oop, you know, with the offshore winds, it can be a little bit challenging, but he understands, foot a little off kilter. So two falls, and now a 5.33 and a 3.17.
I love where he's going with these first couple of rides, though, really putting it all on the line. A 3-punt up, but this time giving John a bit of space, and obviously has his eye on a section of this sandbar where he sees massive scoring opportunity. Strong start, and throwing so much water on that second move as well. Gliding through a third carve, and a more traditional approach, but probably the best wave of this heat so far as he finishes off in front of the crowd.
And you're doing it with the straight up motion. Watch, you see this here. He goes up into it and carves through it. Again, same thing, carves through it, you know, and that's where the water flies off the rail. That's engaging the rail, keeping that smoothness to it. Great rhythm, top to bottom. Yeah, you're right, this could be the best number. Looking good. That's exactly what he did. That'll ease the nerves. If he was feeling any nerves and that indecisiveness, that's gone right now. Again, taking a look, just timing off the bottom, sets it up. Every maneuver sits off the bottom, springs into the lip, and then carves through it. Nice work there by Gabriel Medina, and he's going to get a pretty fair number here. One more time. Watch. Carves through it. Easy to slap it there. But he likes to move through it, uses that toe edge. It's easy to get into that rhythm. I mean, I guess the only thing that would be, you know, that we'd want to see a little bit better is just a little bit more variety. But I loved it. There was some speed, there was some flow, there was some high impact moves. Almost excellent.
7.83. So Medina taking a safer, having a look at locking in a backup here. Let's see if he throws some more risk at us. And he takes to the sky and somehow holds on to that move. Wow. And he loves the feel of it. Let's see how John responds now. He was in front for a moment. He gets caught up in the wind there. Can't find the landing. And Medina's going again. Very busy here at the moment. Beautiful turn there to kick things off. Great timing. This wave's starting to bowl out on the inside, and he smashes it another time. And he isn't done. He throws a reverse, but can't quite ride out.
Crazy stuff. How was that? Back to back to back. It gets a twist in it, right? And again, sets it up. You see it's coming. And generally, you'll see it actually rotate all the way around, but he loves it. And so do we. Again, from this angle. And somehow, I mean, his foot was completely off. Gets his foot on there with just the front foot. This is the better angle, but see how far his back foot is off. Puts it forward, but I mean, he was thinking that was a throwaway and somehow climbs back onto his board. That is amazing. But you know what? The judges, I mean, you're going to have to look at that and go, you know, was it a bit of a mistake and climb back on? Yes, there was some major wow factor, and you'd have to kind of give credit for it because it is such an exceptional move.
Oh, something different. John Florence, his air attempt there, you could tell he just got a little lost up in that wind.
And then, you know, of course, Gabriel was right there too. Yeah, tweaked out slob air.
Wasn't changing his line to the lip to avoid Gabe's foot, was he?
Nope.
Hacked that thing off. Because Medina's on fire here at the moment. Kicked off things with a 7.83. This is his third ride. This was pretty solid too.
It was. You know, especially this section here. It wasn't an easy section to pull off a move, and he just hammers it. Did exactly what he needed to do in order to complete and make that a major move, because he could have easily overcooked it, undercooked it, and he hit it right in the spot. See that? Turns down, and he had to kind of hesitate slightly to come off that lip just to smooth it out.
You talk about surfers pacing themselves through an event, Pete. Medina, much like John Florence, doesn't usually do that. You know, usually he catches fire. It becomes pretty evident early on that he's going to go on.
Scores in the 8-point range. John's capable of doing it, though.
Let's see how he handles the pressure into this first section. Throws a reverse to kick things off. Grinds through a nice carve there. This wave is standing up, and he's got more speed to throw at it. Nice little lip line float. Working away at this one. So just chipping away at this combo. And this should be enough to break it. And he does well to ride out of that final maneuver. So he was looking for a two-wave total of 16.41. Medina's up once again, keeping very busy. On his toes, trying to ride out of that turn.
A few more moves, and yeah, you're right. I mean, there was easily, he could have looked at that section and gone big, and probably would have been a throwaway score. Instead, he completes this ride. There's combination major moves here, and right at this section, you're like, okay, he's looking for the air, and didn't go for it. It almost let me down, though. You know, you were hoping for it and getting caught up in the show. But he does. He completes the ride. It's going to be a number that's going to get him out of combo. And it helped him out. I mean, he could have gone big and maybe landed something huge, but puts a 7 up. And beautiful tail blow to reverse. Such great technique in that. Everything moves forward on that board. Built for that. That 6-0 Ghost. A lot of foam in that front end. Allows him to do those moves. It also allows him to carve that wide point up.
I'd love to get another look at Medina's first ride, the 7.83, and make a comparison with these two rides, because I love what John threw at the first section. A little bit more explosive.
Well, the 7.83, remember, it was a mixture of just top to bottom. Yeah, and it was a lot of carves. Here it is. Again, it's that carve through each and every turn. And he didn't really have that section where he missed. You know, it was just top to bottom the entire wave. You know, separated by a 0.83. I think it's okay with that for me.
Well, you look at the water that he moved on those first few turns, and I might see one. John Florence now, though, with the 7, is looking for a 9.4 to get the lead. And have a look at the size of these maneuvers, tearing this wave apart. And he somehow hangs on to a reverse. That projection off the lip, so impressive. And
you know, is this the 9.4? I feel like it's going to be under, but I think it's going to be better than a 7. So he's going to close the gap, but he's going to need another wave, I feel like. Judges could go 9.4 on it.
Well, much like the semi-final with Tyler Wright and Lakey Peterson just moments ago, Tyler was fighting so hard. John might not get the lead with this ride, Pete, but he will chip away at the lead once again.
You hope that he gets another opportunity.
He came close. So much style. A 9-point ride.
There we go.
He's now after a 7.4, so job done there.
Absolutely. He kept his heat average at 16 points, even with if he weren't able to get through. As you see all the boys liking it.
In a staring competition then with the panel, it looked like too.
And now look at him, he's just going again. So this is just incredible stuff right now. He doesn't need a big score. He could just wind up and do something crazy on the end of this. Medina looking in at him over his shoulder. He's still looking at him. What's he gonna do on the inside here? Goes for the air reverse.
Wow.
Thing explodes all around him. Wow.
The lip was falling.
And you start reflecting on those first two waves of John Florence. The 317, you know, he pulls that air. It's, you know, although it would definitely change the vibe. See again here, he gets the air, and you can see even the pop there wasn't quite, and he wasn't able to ride out of it. He landed it.
And the boys are celebrating a fantastic battle. Still an amazing result for John Florence. It's going to be a keeper towards a second world title. But Medina with an opportunity to claim a third Quiksilver Pro title here. He'll be taking on Sebastian Zietz in the final. Amazing heat score totals for our competitors.